let's reveal the best time to train. So should you train in the morning? Should you train in the afternoon? What is going to be better for muscle growth? Well, when I was a younger man, I came across some research that suggested that training in the afternoon leads to improved performance, a little bit higher levels of testosterone, and some benefits of training in the afternoon, which could potentially lead to improved muscle growth by just adjusting the time you train. And what this resulted in was, you know, me kind of shifting my schedule to a less convenient time to train in order so I could take advantage of these benefits and see some improved performance and stuff like that. However, there was later research that came out that, okay, actually, if you lift in the morning, that might actually help sleep later on in the day. And as we definitely know, sleep is going to help with muscle growth, recovery, and overall general well-being throughout the day. So that is potentially a big benefit to training in the morning. And then also there was additional research that came out that suggests that, okay, if you shift from training in the afternoon to training in the morning, you're probably going to notice a little bit of a decrease in performance kind of right off the bat when you're training in the morning. However, after, 2 to 3 weeks, it seems as though you kind of become adapted to training in the morning and your performance actually kind of recovers quite quickly. And there ends up not being a large difference in performance when you kind of give yourself a 2 to 3 week period to kind of get used to it. So based on this, it seems as though, there's potentially some benefits to training in the afternoon and also some potential benefits to training in the morning. And since I think in all cases, the differences are fairly minor, like the difference between your sleep at night, if you exercise in the afternoon versus in the morning, it's probably not going to be huge. And then also the difference in performance, especially after you give yourself like a 2 to 3 week adaptation period, probably not going to be huge. And then on top of that, yeah, your testosterone levels might be a little bit higher in the afternoon, but acute changes in testosterone levels, these short-term changes, they don't seem to really impact long-term muscle growth all that much. And that is assuming kind of normal physiological levels of testosterone. I'm not saying that if you go to super physiological levels like steroid levels, that's not going to impact anything. Definitely not saying that. But acute changes within normal levels don't seem to have that much of an impact. So when kind of thinking about all this together, it actually doesn't seem like there is going to be one single best time to train for long-term muscle growth. So based on this line of reasoning, I think that it is best to just train whenever you can consistently do so. So whether that is in the morning, whether that is in the night, I do not think it's going to matter for long-term results. What matters most is getting in the gym consistently. And what matters most is having an effective training program and making sure that you're eating enough food to facilitate muscle growth, making sure you're eating enough protein. There are much more important things to worry about than what time you train. And what matters most is training at a time that is going to be most convenient for you to make sure that you're getting in the gym consistently and not missing training sessions. Now, there might be one exception to this, and that is if you plan to compete in like a powerlifting meet or some lifting meet in which your performance matters on that specific day. If that's the case, then I would recommend, 2 or 3 weeks leading up to that competition, making sure to train at that specific time that you also expect to compete. So if you have a powerlifting meet coming up and you expect to compete at 9 a.m. in the morning, I would start training in the morning just to get used to that leading up into your competition. But kind of outside that specific use case, I really think it's best to just train when it's most convenient for you and when you can consistently make sure that you get in the gym. For me, it's very first thing in the morning after I roll out of bed. For others, it could be a different time. But I think consistency of just getting in the gym is much more important than worrying about, training in the afternoon because testosterone levels might be higher or something like that. And I think the main focus should be on those bigger fundamental rocks like an effective training program, how you're performing exercises, eating enough protein, eating enough total calories, and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in that next one.